We will be back in some form.
We have an army of digital soldiers, because this was an insurgency,
Hundreds
folks.
dead, thousands infected across multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents?
All the people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs, you are.
Hey, welcome to the Patriot Party News. So happy to have everyone. I hope everybody's doing good this evening, and I hope you still are excited about the State of the Union last night. I was really excited about it, and I've stayed excited about it because first off, it really showed me what I believe the Democrats believe in, and that's freaking nothing that's good. First off, I want to tell everybody the way you come hang out with us is at join.patriotshoot.com. We'd love for you to come hang out, and we want your information, and we want to get you information that we have. Jazz has done a great job on getting this set up. He's built it from the ground up, and we're proud of it. It's kind of our form of Facebook. We did that because there was nowhere for us to get our information out. We just got killed as far as them just censoring us on everything. So at that time, that's what was needing to happen. So that's how we played it, and got us a platform going so that the intentions were people could go and talk about it and learn, because where was anybody going to get information? How was this going to happen? And nobody had really done that yet. So we said, let's just make our own. And don't tell Chaz to do that, because he'll do it in a heartbeat. By the way, everybody keep Chaz and his family and his mother in your prayers. I think it'd be a good idea. We know she's been going through some rough times. And we want to just keep everybody in our prayers. Right now, I think everyone should really concentrate on their health. When it comes to frequencies, vibration, energy, everybody knows that I went to see John at Anti-Aging, and it really did some great things for me. New and improved things are happening with John every day. And now we have some new things happening with Coach Scott at LT360. I'll be bringing that information out soon. We've been talking about it a good bit in Talk Time. By the way, if anyone has not gotten into the state chat, get in there and check and see what it's out. Also, you can come over and hang out with us at Talk Time. It's just, if you are trying to get in there, you have to be a member of Patriot Shoot. So we check those. So if you come in and your name on Telegram is different than the name you put in Patriot Shoot, we're going to have a hard time verifying. So there's about 19 people in there that can't get in because we can't verify you. So we'd love to have you, but that's pretty much where I live, and we got some great mods in there, spitting the truth and talking about everything under the sun. Also, it is still good, in my opinion, to be thinking about, I know some people didn't get in on the silver and gold. Some people think they didn't get in enough. Some people will just want to get some more. This is who I recommend personally, who I am buying my silver, my medals from now. And I really think that they're doing a great job. What you do is you call in and say, I want the PPN price list, and rock and roll. If anybody has any questions about it, you can try to get in touch with me somehow. Or there's a lot of people on Patriot Shoot that are they know what they're doing and how things are going there. But I know that silver was at $90, 90 and some change. Gold was at $52.12. So I'm sticking with that. I'm sticking with everything I've said up to this point, and I'm comfortable. And I know that crypto has gone down. There's some people that think that that's just not a good thing to do. and that's fine. Everybody gets their opinion. I'm sticking with what I'm doing, and I'm comfortable with it. I'm not looking at what's going to do tomorrow. I don't even care what it's going to do tomorrow. I don't care what's going to do in 10 days. I don't care what's going to do in 2 weeks. I'm looking at what it's going to do in 2 years and 3 years. Although I think that there's some inside information about things that we've got that we've looked into, and some people have purchased, some people hadn't. And that's totally up to them, because we're not financial advisors. We're just knuckleheads trying to tell the truth. So as far as the State of the Union last night, I'm so happy. I'm still excited over that from last night. It was exactly what I wanted. And for that matter, things are going exactly like I had planned, and exactly like I've said from the beginning. Not 100%, but it's right on. This is the way this is going to go. And if anybody's out there is looking for that one arrest, that one first arrest, that one person going down, look, just understand this is going to be probably a grand conspiracy. Think about, why would we have all this information? All of it. I mean, everything. Everybody's seen it. Everybody's seen all the information. We know they're guilty. We know what they've done. You were right. You were right about everything. Not everything, but you're freaking on it. Do you think that in a real world, what realm are we in kind of situation, would that not be, if we weren't right, how would this go? How can this happen? And that's confusing to people. I understand. Everybody wants it to be done today. I do too. I promise. I want it done yesterday. But I can't have it done quick and properly and done well at the same time. I want it done correctly. I don't know if it has to do with how long people have been in this, how long, what they've put into it. I don't know what it is, but I hope that you can see what's going on, because there's a lot of disinformation out there running rampant. I mean, it's just freaking crazy. A lot of disinformation. Getting you on ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. That's not what God wants to happen. That's what the other team wants to happen. So when I've said, hey man, keep that glass half full, wake up on the right side of the bed, all I'm trying to do is give you an option if you don't know about it. And that is to not let this stuff bother you. Go on about your life. Live your life. Mend relationships. Get the home front right. Pray about it. Go to the Lord. Introduce other folks to the Lord. Go that route instead of making yourself mad about things all the time. If things make you mad, I'm not going to do those things. That is not going to be mad. I have, for years and years, I have gone in and said, like, to my whatever, I look up stuff on the interweb. I say, pedophiles going down, children being saved. And I promise you, there's not a lot of people that's probably done that, but people have been looking at it, over and over, saying, okay, what's going on? And it takes some discipline to, do it every morning or every other morning or every third morning at least, and then you just go in there and say, oh man, nothing's happening. Then all of a sudden Trump came in there and some stuff started happening. Then through the Biden administration, it's still happening, but slower, and it's picking up. It's picking up and it's picking up. And you can do that. And it'll kind of put a smile on your face. You're hearing about it. We just had one in Alabama where 10 young children were saved from the age of 3 to 12. Bibb County, Alabama is what I heard. And those things are happening. We're hearing about it. And I'm going to tell you, good things are going on behind the scenes. A lot of people talk about RV and when that's going to happen and everything. And yes, I do disagree with most of the stuff that's out there. And not that I know anything more than they do, but I'm just going to give my opinion, and it is what it is. But what I like is when people start talking about humanitarian projects, because that's up my alley. I'm cool with that. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about all of it, but I'm so saying things so different than everybody else. I don't want to, I don't want to make people mad. I don't really care, but I'm not trying to confuse people. So when people say, "Oh, it's going to happen here in a few days," I hear this is happening, I just simply say, "Nope, not going to happen." And I've been doing that for freaking 2 years, and I hope to be wrong every time I say that. But when it comes to humanitarian projects, I want everyone to know that there are humanitarian projects going on now. They've been going on, because the people that are really talking about, or gonna, how can I put it? There are groups out there, sovereign citizens, whatever you want to call them, been working for a long time. And they're not just from the United States, and they've put teams together. And these teams, you've probably talked to them and you don't even know it. And they are out there, and their families have been doing humanitarian projects for a long time. Maybe for hundreds and maybe thousands of years. We're talking about old money here. Because before lately, when contractors were going in and saving children, if a child was taken and you didn't know how to get them back, police wouldn't help you, because police, this person was corrupt and this mayor is corrupt and all that. You couldn't get any traction. People from humanitarian projects would step in, and they would hire contractors to go in and pull children out. That's been happening forever. Some of them, actually. You know people that make this happen, or you've heard of them. And that's really what these people talk about. They don't talk about when the RV is going to happen, because the first rule about the RV is you don't talk about the RV. Why? Because they don't know when it's going to happen. I'll tell you right now, they don't know. They don't know. But they will get, probably, I would guess, 10 days notice. Maybe the sovereigns, the people of the sovereigns of certain countries that are doing things, that are on teams. It's just, that's how it is. And that's just my opinion. And we'll just see what happens, Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you one thing I do know, is that humanitarian projects have been going on a long time. My NDA is not about the RV. My NDA is about their intellectual property, and where on ley lines these buildings have been erected for a long time, and the buildings that they're going to build. Have I seen the drafts of these things? Yeah. Charlie has too. Mary? Nobody knows. Well, there's maybe somebody that knows, but I'm going to tell you what, anybody that does know, they're not talking about it. Just my opinion. Again, back to the State of the Union last night. I am still excited about it. Nobody can junk that, Very excited about the things Trump said. Very excited about seeing what our opponents, the Democrats, had to say. But one big thing that was cool, that I hope gave some people some freaking new vibrations and some energy and some goosebumps, was the 100-year-old gentleman that got the Congressional Medal of Honor. I think it was Elvin, I think. Mandy texted that to me. Royce Williams, November 18th, 1952. Navy Lieutenant Royce Williams, but I think he went by Elvin or something like that. I'll tell you right now, because I want to know that. Let's see, his name. Andy, you told me, and Elmer. Elmer. I couldn't read my own writing. Sorry about that. Elmer, I like that name. Elmer Royce Williams. He was flying his F-9F-5 Panther off the USS Oreskany near North Korea when 7 Soviet MiG F-15s, MiG-15s, I think, appeared out of the clouds. 2 of his fellow pilots were ordered back to the carrier. His wingman chases the first MiG he hits. Now it's just Williams against 6 Soviet jets alone over the Sea of Japan. For the next 35 minutes, the longest dogfight in U.S. Navy history, the fight for his life happened. He shoots down 4 MiGs, runs out of ammunition, loses hydraulics. When he finally makes it back to his carrier, his own people open fire on him, mistaking him for an enemy aircraft. He lands anyways. A shipmate circles every bullet hole on his Panther with a grease pencil, and he counts 263 shots, bullet holes in that airplane. Goodness gracious. Then the government tells him to never speak of it again. The Soviets were not officially in the Korean War, and revealing the truth could have started World War III, they said. Williams is quietly given a Silver Star and ordered to keep his mouth shut. And he does for over 50 years. He doesn't tell his wife. He doesn't tell his brother, who is also a naval aviator. He meets President Eisenhower weeks later and says nothing. The secret only came out after Soviet war records were declassified following the collapse of the USSR. His Silver Star was upgraded to a Navy Cross in 2023. In February 2026, Williams was informed he would finally receive the Medal of Honor, 73 years after the fight. Congress passed legislation in the 2026 National Defense Authorization Act to waive the 5-year statute of limitations, clearing the path for recognition. When asked how he managed to shoot down 4 MiGs alone, his answer was simple. I have a God that did it for me. And I've read that a few times, and I got goosebumps every time. And that's a man right there, you know. And I hope people see that what we're going through. Wow, these people were in the trenches. And what we've got is psychological warfare going on with us. It's a war, but it's a different kind of war. Equally, I mean, it's very stressful and it's hard. But I tell you what, that dude's a hero. And I'm not going to let this time pass me up. I'm not going to be up in a plane shooting down folks. But I'm going to do my very best to do my little bitty part in making America great again, because it kind of excited me when Trump started saying that. I was like, oh, I want to do that. Let's do that. Hopefully you can see that big things are going on and big players are stepping out. And right now in the text over here, or whatever it is, the thing, everybody's saying a true hero. And I tell you what, Mandy got goosebumps. Everybody's like, wow, and amen, and a true hero. And tell you what, that's a good thing to focus on, you know, the American dream. And that dude thinks he's lived the American dream, and he has. And we can too. And we thought we were. A lot of people were. And a lot of people understood that, man, there's been some nasty stuff going on. Some nasty people that have been doing some really bad things forever, making your life a little nasty, a little miserable. But at some point, you've got to stop letting them do that. You got to stop them from controlling your attitude and your consciousness with their disinformation and their mainstream media non-fact crap. Just their opinions. Oh, this. You know, there's people that don't know a hill of beans about what the heck's going on. on CNN telling you how you ought to think, on MSNBC, just people out in your everyday life that literally have no idea what's going on. So don't let people mess up your day and get you thinking like them, that everything's terrible. It's not. It is not. And if you don't think that, act like it. It will help you, or don't. You can do whatever you want to. We have thousands and thousands of pages of documents. John Solomon came out and said today that we know that Fulton County, the DA, was deep in collusion with the DOJ on all the stuff that has happened in their elections, with January 6th stuff, with whoever was running the Biden White House. It's nasty. And those same people that were doing all that, making all that happen, are the same ones that refused to stand up when Trump said something about Americans over illegals or voter ID. I mean, I got to put my ID out all the time. Anybody that thinks you shouldn't have to put your ID out there to vote or to freaking get your anything is a freaking idiot. Trump said the lowest murder rate in 125 years, and they didn't stand up. Ending fraud and waste, didn't stand up. Said something about angel families. I don't remember what that was exactly. Talking about crime and politics, crime policies, and how things are going a little better. Now, we know that there's nastiness. All we see is nastiness, and it's in these freaking blue counties, not blue states, but blue counties, because anything that looks bad where they're fighting back against us, these people that are paid money to be fighting and protesting and everything, they're being paid to freaking mess up our day. Don't let them mess up your day. It sucks. We're taking out fentanyl and securing the border, and whether you think it or not, I promise we're getting elections fixed. There's going to be some really good things come out. Now, also, there was something said bombshell today. 20 CIA and FBI agents confirm Obama and ex-CIA director fabricated the Russia hoax. Hidden in a CIA vault for 10 years just to undermine Trump's election, and how they manipulated all of the intel. Well, thank you to a few pretty cool folks that brought all that out, and that information has been out for a little bit. I talked about it on our show the other night. Peter Santilli dropped all that information off in Florida. Dropped it all off. We got it all. Every single bit of it. And there are 2 grand juries going through it all right now. And who does everybody keep complaining and crying about is doing such a bad job? Maybe she is. I don't know. But it's kind of a coincidence that that's what she would be in charge of. She's in Florida, and they dropped it off in Florida. Let me put it this way. It'd be cool if Pam Bondi was in Florida watching out over those big grand juries that have all the freaking evidence that Peter Santilli dropped. And that Cash now has all the burn bags, all the information, and even on the burn bags is numbers directing them to the information that they need, so they don't have to go in it and look through all of it. It's on the freaking burn bag, on top of it, a number that coincides with a number to tell you what information is on there in certain instances. So everything doesn't suck. Maybe it might to some people, but it might not to some other people. I don't know. I mean, dang. I think it's great. I'm happy. Now, yeah, I want things done. I want it over with, handcuffs, perp necks, whatever, perp walks. Yeah, that's what I want to happen. But I want it done right. And I'm going to stick with that. And I'm going to keep saying that. So if somebody doesn't like me saying that, I'd say don't watch. Because right now there's a global awakening happening. Whether you think it or not, there is one happening. And you were right about the information that you've studied for a long freaking time. You are right. Kudos to you. You did a good freaking job. It's not that it's coming, it's that it's here. It's that it is here on us. Now, if you're still waiting for that one arrest, that might not be here right this second, because remember, think what you want to. In my opinion, we've got a grand conspiracy going on. So the other day I was saying, hey, everybody, if you think this person ought to go down for the child sex trafficking, or if you think they ought to go down for drugs or whatever, that might not happen. Watch your heart and know that remember the way they took down Capone, the way they would take down, the only way they would be able to do it was something like tax evasion. That might not be the cool takedown that you want, but we are taking them down. That's all there is to it. And it's going not as fast as I want, but dadgummit, it's going. And great. Now, when you look at it and you say, personally, I look at it and I say, all the people I see in Patriot Shoot, all the people I see in Talk Time and all over the place, have we been right about our information? Are you comfortable with the information that you're getting? Not the stuff that's out there that you entertain and put on a shelf somewhere. And, because a whole lot of people think a lot of different things. I talk a lot about Tartaria. I talk about a lot about giants. I talk a lot about Enoch, and I enjoy that. And I got it all sitting right up here on this little shelf, and I'm going to refer to it when I need to. It's not what I just look at all day. I'm looking at, when I got into my, what I'm going to do, I know that elections have led to everything bad that we have going on in our lives, pretty much. If you say, we got dadgum, how many drugs are going to come across that border? Well, until you get the elections taken care of and you get those people up there that were not elected, they were just put in there, that say, hey, bring those drugs across because they're making money on it, you're not going to fix it. As soon as you say big pharma, man, they did this and they did this and they did this, and this one passed away. It's not going to get taken care of until you get the elections fixed, because they stole elections. They got the people in there that are on the same team with big pharma, so they can do whatever they want. The same people that started EPA stuff so that your jobs left. The ones that got rid of all the manufacturing. That's the people that cheated in the elections. That's why they're there. So that's what I went after. And I found a group that I thought had that information and was working. So that's what I'm doing. Now, if that information was right, and we got that information, or we have gotten information from the same people over and over, because I don't know about y'all, but I grade people. Has that person been right? Does that person make any sense? Can I fathom what that person is saying, or are they out there in left freaking field somewhere? That's what I do. I don't know what everybody else does, but I try to grade. If this person tells me something, I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to listen to them again. I don't know if that's just me, but I hope everybody kind of pays attention to if somebody freaking gets something right before I listen to them again and spread crap all over the freaking world. So if I've listened to certain people and those people have been right and new information continues to come up, am I apt to keep listening to them in the same places that I've been vetting, that I've been listening to, that have kept me on the right track? Yes. Well, I'm going to tell you what, a lot of that information, if you don't know it, has come from Q. So if you don't believe in Q, great. You don't have to. But please do not try to kid yourself and say Q has not been right on in a lot of instances and continues to be right on. At the same time, you get to have the same freaking opinion as somebody that don't even make any sense. If you want to, it's okay. I'm following Trump. I don't bow down to Trump, but I tell you what, I think he's a good man. I think he's doing a great job. I'm proud of him. Oh, he's doing great. No, he's doing great. Wonderful job. Tell me anybody else that could do what he's doing with all of these, of the freaking cabal and the freaking British Empire coming down on him, and he's sitting there taking them out. He told Rubio the other day, go over there and tell them how stupid they are at that freaking conference. And he did it. The people that are doing it. And then they take down Mandelton, whatever his freaking name is, Mandelson. For anybody that doesn't know, that's a big dog. All right. That is like freaking huge. And I don't see anybody talking about it. Lord Peter. That's a freaking, God, that's a big dog. That is so huge. He went over there and got Rubio to tell him, y'all suck. You know, you've been tearing down America and the values forever on purpose, meaning that the administrations that were before Trump, they didn't just do a bad job. There's no such thing as just doing a bad job. Yeah, maybe, you know, but that's not what happened. They didn't do a bad job. It was all calculated and done on purpose. They did this on purpose. And we had two chances. Civil war, or let Trump come in there and do what he's done. So I don't agree with anybody saying Trump did this and Trump did that. And he's not doing it fast enough. I don't agree with that. Just so everybody freaking knows, that's my opinion. I would never say that. Others can. And that's fine. You get your opinion, but I don't freaking agree. We have groups from all parts of the United States, and the same type of stuff is happening in different states. We're all talking about it in back rooms and things. The same ammo, the same things are happening. The way that they stole elections, there's 14 different ways to steal elections. In this county over here, they use number 3, 5, 7, and 9. And in the county next to it, they use number 1, 6, 8 and 10. So that you can't tell what's going on. And then they cheat on after that. It's the same in everything they do. They make a problem up out of thin air, and then everybody trips out over it. Oh my gosh, we're all going to put these masks on. Get them masks on. Stay 6 feet away from each other. You know, take all these drugs. Get you a freaking vaccine. And then the ones that won't do what they say. They say, okay, if you do this, everything's going to go away. It's like this in every sector of everything that happens in your life every day. You just don't quite see it probably. All it is take away your freedoms, give them more power. So they say, do this and it'll all go away. You do it, or some do it, and it doesn't go away. And all they did was run a scam on you. This is a freaking mafia type thing. They're scamming you. Don't let them scam you. Don't let anybody scam you. Do the best you can. But dadgummit, I don't want to be scammed. I ain't got time for all that. Do we have certain people walking us through what's going on day to day and telling us, hey, this is what you need to know. Be careful about this. Heads up about this. This is going to come up here in the next few months, and you need to know this so that you don't fly off the handle. Oh, and by the way, when something comes up, some news or something, don't just fly off the handle. There's possibly a reason, so there's no reason to go crazy. So give it a day, study it. If it's not better than a day, think about it. I guarantee you in a few days, unless it's all the arrests going down in a few days, there might be some logic to what's going on, and you just can't quite see it right there when you just get all excited and adrenaline pumps and you're mad. So that's how I figure out who I'm watching. I don't have time to watch many anymore, and I want to. I watch the videos that we play in talk time and stuff. The best I can, but there's all kind of stuff going on. Has Trump given us any reason to not believe him about things? Just think in your mind, has he given any reason? I mean, for one thing, the cabal had all the money in the world to make up a lie or catch him on anything he's doing, and they're paying people to lie about it, and he has to go to court. They lie about something. He has to go to court all the freaking time. He's gone to court every freaking day of his life since he's been doing this, and they ain't got him on nothing. I mean, dead gum. It's like dude ain't got a skeleton in his closet. I know everybody does. I thought everybody does. But I don't understand somebody thinking that Trump is not on our team. Yeah, I believe in questioning your government, but dadgum, when's it going to sink in that Trump is doing a good friggin' job and there's a reason for stuff? And if you look at it, you can see it right in front of your face. Where all did he go? Saudi Arabia. First he walked in there, went to Saudi Arabia and had the king's sword. He went to the Wailing Wall and took his wife there. You never do that. The Forbidden Garden or Kingdom, Forbidden Garden in China. Marco Polo didn't go to that sucker. Japan gave the freaking sumo wrestler of the year, gave him the trophy. And only the king of Japan has ever done that in their life, ever. Could it be that he was getting things set up and getting it ready for his own alliance? Yeah. I don't know how you couldn't come to that conclusion. That man's been working his freaking tail off for us. And I hope that people say, hey, thank you, man. At least give him a freaking thank you, I just hear so many people, Trump's not doing this good enough. Trump's not doing that good enough. What are you talking about? Do you know what you're talking about? Nope. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I feel pretty comfortable about it, Would this all this information that we've got, would it, if it again was the real world that we were living in, and I hate to say it's weird saying that, but if it was the real world, would some people not be arrested if there wasn't a grand scheme or an operation going on? I mean, can anybody fathom that? Does it make any sense? Does it make any freaking sense that all this stuff, all this information that we've got, I got all of it. I got it sitting all over the place. I can't even see my desk for it. And I don't know, people can't understand that there's going to be a grand conspiracy, like we've been talking about for 6 or 7 years. Yeah, there's going to probably be some arrests, some single arrests and things like that. But it's going to be a grand conspiracy. And all these executive orders they got out there, that he's got 13818, about, I think that one's about property and stuff like that. I can't remember. But then 1823 about Gitmo. And I'm excited, and I can't wait till I find out when Matt will be heading to Gitmo, for PPN. He'll be doing his shows from I'll be at my house. He'll be doing his shows from Gitmo. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that. 13848. Foreign interference. There's no difference in if anybody in the grand conspiracy, whatever part you had, that had to do with elections, and you were in it, whatever the top dog is, you get the same freaking consequences, which is the same as dropping a nuclear bomb in wherever. I said New Jersey earlier, but I don't want to talk about it. I done said that a couple of times. I don't want to manifest nothing. Anyways, I want everybody to trust themselves, and realize that, man, you're right. You've got the right information, I believe. You're listening to the right people. And all this information is still going to be here tomorrow. It's still going to be here. And the next day, and the next day. And yes, soon things are going to be happening that we want to happen. But nobody knows when. Nobody has the time. And if they say it, they're probably talking outside of their neck. And I tell you what, I hate it. I've said a few things and I said, this is going to happen this time. And I'm like, dadgummit, it didn't happen. Now, I know it's going to happen. I mean, I was in on the executive order that was put out that Trump's putting out, and he's using 90% of it. I've got it. I've had it. No, I didn't do nothing on it. I just listened, but that was cool, There are some people that know what they're talking about. They're walking us through it. We are getting right information. So trust yourself if you want to get through this and still be sane, think about what's really going on. Looks like FBI searches a LA school district and superintendent's home. The FBI is serving search warrants at the headquarters of the Los Angeles Unified School District and the home of its superintendents, Alberto Carvalho. We don't know why he's searching, but something big's probably going on. And you're going to see things like that all over the place. You are going to see those, and it's going to be, oh no, terrorism's coming. This one's been doing this to children. This one's been doing this to women. This one's selling drugs. And it's all going to be one big freaking conspiracy. They're all going to be linked together. And my bet is that we have all that information. Because when you have the biggest computer and when you have the right algorithm, or what does the algorithm, and the other team doesn't, they're still going off the algorithm that they used to have on their computer, then you might be winning. Happening now. This is happening earlier. FBI raids. Well, that's that same superintendent. I heard something else about that, but I don't know exactly what it was. When Fulton County comes, everybody know that Fulton County is going to come. It's going to be freaking, we got Maricopa. Oh, heck. Maricopa. And then Clark, Nevada, Philadelphia, PA, Philadelphia County, Pennsylvania. Yeah. Wayne County, Michigan, Milwaukee, Cook. Got about 10 of them. And those are also probably a lot of the ones that are going to have cray-cray go on. So be ready for your cray-cray because it's coming and it's happening like crazy. There's surveillance stuff that's been going on. There should be a stop being put to that in the near future. Just like there should be a good stop coming at a certain time, I hope in the near future, from what I'm hearing about chemtrails. We'll see, because I've never really said that, but I'm hearing it more and more by people that I talk to that I feel like know a little bit about some stuff. There was a big thing that came out today that everybody needs to know, and the child vaccines. These powerful institutions, freaking corrupt institutions, 3-letter agencies like the CIA, and then the AAP, the American Academy of Pediatrics, have been engaged in these conspiracies, and it's all been driven by financial gain and a lust for power and money and eating really bad things and freaking just being the top dog, doing terrible things to our children so that they get lifted up amongst their peers. And that's all it is to them, as a game. But they have definitely betrayed everybody's trust for a long time. And it sucks. And I'm sorry. There's a lawsuit against the AAP. That lawsuit's been filed against them, and it's violations of RICO statuses of some kind. The accusation is that the organization acted in a racketeering-like fashion by colluding with vaccine manufacturers for financial benefit. The plaintiff, identified as the Children's Health Defense, claims that the AAP deliberately manufactured a false sense of certainty regarding the safety of these childhood vaccine schedules. It's just nasty how many people have been affected by that. The AAP's public health recommendations are compromised by its financial ties to pharmaceutical big pharma institutes. The whole industry is a freaking mess. There's a guy, Dr. Ben Tapper, who identifies Pfizer and Moderna as major donors to the AAP. That financial relationship is framed as the primary driver behind the AAP's public stance of the vaccines and things. It has created a conflict between their duty to public health and their reliance on their funding, so they can cheat more, so they can do bad things more, and all that good stuff. So the lawsuit is that the cumulative vaccine schedule is just wrong, and the administration of multiple different vaccines together or in close succession has never, ever been tested for safety. Not adequately, at least. I watched a thing, and it said that this guy asserts that the schedule has not been subjected to the scientific standard of a double-blind, placebo-controlled study. And this lack of testing is presented as the fundamental deception, violating the trust that a reasonable parent would place in a public health authority. So we've been talking about that for a long time, but the lawsuits are going. It's going to come out like crazy. And there's going to be some people that just say, oh, Lord, my friendly neighborhood conspiracy theorist was right. I was wrong. And how many people have had a bunch of vaccines, and I'm sorry that's happened. So I know that everybody's sick of trying to wake people up, and people have probably stopped. And that might even be the best idea in certain circumstances. It hasn't for me because of the area I'm in, and I can talk to people and they're not freaking crazy, do those crazy face like the people call them Karens and stuff. I don't have that stuff around my area, but people that live in areas that have that, it might be no need for you to even say anything to anybody. And if you have been fighting that, and it's because I've said, hey, keep try it this way, because I've been thinking about that. And then I had somebody in talk time the other day say, tell me, I was kind of thinking, wow, they've really got that stuff all around them all the time. See, I don't have that, so I can't feel it. You don't know what you don't know. So I think I've kind of brought that up to say, hey, I'm sorry, if I had said, hey, try this, and I keep hammering it, it's just because I want people to if they want to wake people up to be able to. I'm trying to find ways. I'm trying to be a guinea pig and go out and tell people one way. And if it doesn't work, I'm trying to tell them another way, and then go back and tell people, hey, this is what I did. Try that. And maybe I should have just shut my mouth. I don't know. But the intention was not to just drive somebody crazy. It was that I wanted you to be able to have the ability at least to try to talk to somebody and inform your family. But there's some, I just have to take it back, that you just, rain on it. You just ain't going to be able to tell anybody nothing. And that's where I think the Lord steps in, so keep hanging out with him. I'm going to be on his team. I'm going to keep trying to send people his way. And I think that makes the world go around. And I tell you what, I think the Lord is all in Donald Trump. He's rededicating the United States to one nation under God. I'm cool with that. And you don't hear a lot of people saying it. Give him some freaking credit. Somebody, Lord have mercy. Good Lord. Because I guarantee you ain't anybody out here telling you how bad of a job he's doing. I bet, let's see them do that job. But nope. No. Great people are coming out of the woodworks. The biggest leaders are probably, we're going to still have the big leaders that we have right now, but many have not even stepped out of the woodworks. People are going to get their teams back. And we're going to go on about our business, and we're going to make this world a better place. And it's nasty, but if you can find something good to get you through, maybe it be the Lord, maybe be a family member, maybe just be hearing your mama's voice. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's playing whatever you like to do, do that. If it starts getting you down or somebody gets you down, freaking just do your thing and be happy with what you're doing. And maybe don't let this get away from you without putting some effort into it, and I see so many that are putting such a big freaking effort into it. And I want to thank you. When you come in here and mods do all this stuff and everything they do, Lord have mercy. Y'all see it. They're not getting paid for that. They're just helping the cause. And I applaud you and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. We need you. We can't do this by ourselves. So give yourself a hand. Thank you for everybody who's watching. And I hope that everybody wants to be a spokesman in their area. This is freaking unprecedented, So if you take the information you get in by sound information has been vetted the best you can, and it makes sense, and you can explain it, you even practice or whatever, then you can go back here in a little bit. Pretty soon you'll be able to go back, and they're going to want your information more than you want to give it. So be ready for it. I think I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be ready with my phone like a freaking switchblade, and I'm going to put it on them and say, praise the Lord and all that stuff. Let that glass be half full at least. Chill out a little bit. Do your job. Go to work. Take care of them babies. Get the home front right. This stuff will come. We're okay. We won, actually. We won, but we're going to go through it. It's not going to be fun. It might suck. Probably sucks already for most. Money's hard. I guarantee you. Money is difficult. We're a mess. We're making it, but we're a mess. I know how it feels. We don't get that cabal money. I don't want it. We're going to make this. We're going to make it happen. We're going to work together, make it happen. We're going to come out on the other side of this right. Having our morals and our values, doing the best we can with what we got. You know what I mean? Think about them humanitarian projects and remember that there are people out there doing humanitarian projects and cleaning up after all this craziness that's happening in all different countries. There are some good ones. There's some bad ones, but there's some good ones. And they got some people with some big money funding them, and they've been funding them for a long time. And they're counting on when the sovereigns get paid, that they get paid back. And that's why they've been handing out that money for a long time. They were doing it before, but now they feel very comfortable that when the revaluing happens, that they're going to get paid back. So they get on calls. You know, there might be 30 of them on a call. They talk about all the humanitarian projects and talk about what kind of money they need right here and what kind of need because of this crazy thing that's happened. And they're in the background. They're in the background. That's my information. I've been on them calls and I'm comfortable with that. I don't know when it's going to happen, but good things are happening. I don't think it's going to be near what everybody's saying, but I think it's going to be real good. You know, so just remember, if you make 10% on your money each year, dadgum, that's a pretty good investment. It means to be a lot more than that, but I don't think it's going to be all that crazy stuff upside. And I hope I'm wrong again. But it is what it is. Hope everybody has a good evening. Chaz will be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock Central. And then again at, guys, is it Wednesday already? What the heck's going on here? Lord have mercy, this time's flying. It's Wednesday. Anyways, Chaz will be back on tomorrow night. I don't know if it's a round table or whatever. Chaz will let everybody know. Of course, he does that show on Patriot Shoot every morning, I think around 9 o'clock. Always some good information coming out. Thank you for joining. Remember, join.patriotshoot.com. Keep your head up. Everything's going to be all right. We're not behind. We're doing fine. It's not going to be the funnest thing to go through, but don't let people get you all upset and all that stuff. Go with this thing and just chill. It's going to be all right. But join.patriotshoot.com. There it is, this thing. He's got on here right now. So join.patriotshoot.com right now. Exclamation point. Come holler at us. We'd love to get information from you. We'd like to give you information. We'd like to get you involved with people we're involved with or whatever the heck you like to do. Just, I think everybody ought to concentrate on doing their part to make America great again. Appreciate you. Have a good evening and bye.